Alrighty, so I was actually going to make a Zenitsu video from Demon Slayer, but then I realized that the chapter 361 spoilers came out, so I'm just going to briefly talk about those and what's going on. Another pretty cool chapter. So picking up where we left off between Miro and Shigaraki, with Miro essentially telling him that he acts the way he does because he's never had a friend, we actually see a younger Tenko Shimura inside of Shigaraki's head thinking about what Miro said, and then Shigaraki kind of spouting out about how he would always walk his dog, and I think something about his sister or family saying that the dog liked him, and then Miro actually apologizes, realizing, okay, well maybe I was wrong in my assumption. So what's interesting here is that we're seeing kind of more of that split between Shigaraki, his younger self, and then All For One, so it's kind of very confusing what's happening here, but we see young Tenko Shimura kind of shining through here to tell Miru that he does have friends, and it is pretty sad to see. We get some further clarification on the whole Shigaraki All For One issue as we find out that All For One regains consciousness and says that although he and Tomura have merged and become one, there's one entity that has not fully merged yet, which is Tenko Shimura, which is obviously young Shigaraki, and then he judges that spending more time in the fight with Mirio since he can't actually touch him will just be tiring, so he decides to walk back towards Bakugo. This frustrates Mirio as obviously he wants to buy time for Deku to get there, and then we get a flashback between the big three before the battle began. Here we find out that he had asked Nejire and Tamaki to take the initiative in the attack while he used the element of surprise to rescue Bakugo, and then soon after he would also go on the offensive in order to buy time for the one who can really do considerable damage, Suneater, and I think this is awesome because we're going to see Suneater go all out here at the end of this chapter. The fight continues with Best Jeanist also looking like he's going to square off against Shigaraki once more, and then we actually get a flashback with Nejire, and we essentially see that Tamaki was the one who got her to open up just like Mirio did with him when he was a kid by asking what her favorite hero was. So just some cool interaction between the big three and some backstory since everyone thought she was arrogant. And I'm not a big, huge fan of Nejire's character, but she's fine, and I think it's cool that we're seeing this. This all leads to the end of the chapter where it shows Tamaki in a beautiful 2-page spread making this giant attack with dozens of animals and fruits, using his quirk, and also Nejire threw some energy waves in there. He prepares to shoot off the attack while the other members of the big three think to themselves that he's the only one with a quirk without any limits, so he has the best chance against Shigaraki. Chapter ends, and I am so excited to see if this actually does any damage. I hope it does, because Tamaki really deserves it as a character. He has a really cool quirk, and he's just cool overall. But yeah, that's about it for this week's My Hero Academia spoilers video. I hope you enjoyed. Comment below your thoughts on the spoilers, My Hero as a whole recently, and like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you in the next one.